One of these days, I'm going to learn my lesson. I'm going to start scripting these on a regular basis, or at least semi-scripting them, as opposed to just going into them blind with no idea what on earth I'm going to talk about. It's F major added second chord. It's me, Miles. I was talking to my roommate not yesterday, 2 days ago, and the subject of library class came up, and for those of you who don't know what library class is, because some of you don't know what it is, evidently, when I was in elementary school, so many times a week, we would go to the library in the school, and we would, there would be activities, you'd check out a book or something. I remember in my second elementary school, they were really big on stamps for some reason. I learned the MLA citation stuff for the first time in elementary school library class. I didn't realize that it was going to be at all importance, but guess what? Oh, those are good times. But not everyone had library class. My roommate tells me, no, we didn't have library class at all. I have no idea what the devil you're talking about. And it is a little weird. My default assumption is to assume that everyone else, more or less, has the same experiences that I do. This is a fallacious assumption for multiple reasons. Least of all, that only I can interpret the events that occur in front of me in the way that I do. But also, of course, more to the point, not everyone experiences the same things I do. It's something of a humbling thought that mine is not the only way. And it's something that I've been aware of from time to time, I knew that other people were playing M-rated video games long before I was. But that's different. That's like a superficial thing that is different, and then the core of a person's life is more or less the same. But no, that's not right at all. Not that this is a bad thing. This isn't a bad thing. This is me coming to terms with other people thing. This is a me growing up thing. This is a me beginning to recognize other people as people thing or whatever, which makes me sound like I'm substantially less emotionally and socially mature than I actually am. So that's a bad way of phrasing it. But, my roommate never went to library class. But everyone else I've asked since then has. So am I just selecting the wrong minority? Is there a minority of people? And I just happen to be selecting mostly those people to ask about library class? Or is my roommate in the majority, and most elementary schools don't have library class, and I was lucky? Or maybe I was unfortunate. I wouldn't know. I've only ever had library class. I wouldn't know what it's like not to have it. I mean, in elementary school. I know what it's like not to have it in high school, because those were other days. This isn't a funny episode. This is me genuinely thinking about other people, as opposed to like comedy objects. Not that there's anything wrong with that. People are people. People have experiences beyond being comedy objects for me to talk about for 10 minutes at a time on my ridiculous podcast. And it's always the little things you don't think about being different. I'm not talking about things like religion. Yes, I understand that other people are Buddhist. I understand that. The other people being Buddhist, that's a thing. You read about that, you're like, yeah. You don't really think about how it affects their lives, Like, I know a lot of people who are Hindus. I know a lot of those people are vegetarians. I don't really think about, yeah. I don't think of it as a linear relationship, but I don't think about, like, how they celebrate their faith. I only think about the fact that they're vegetarians because I see them not eating meat. I don't think about anything deeper than that. For all I know, there might not be anything different, deeper than that, but I don't know what agnosticism looks like in other cultures. It is at times like these that I contemplate how small I am. Not in the cosmic sense of oh, the universe is so very big and I am so very small, and who knows however many life-sustaining planets there are who know no knowledge of us, to whom we are as insects. Who knows what the heck is out there? But I'm talking about the smallness of my experience. If you were to take every single human life and string them end to end and just watch them like a movie, how long would it be? There's 7 billion people on Earth right now. The average life expectancy is somewhere in the 70s. Everyone that's alive right now, if you watch their lives, that would be 70 by 7 billion years. Give or take. And then there are dead people. Oh, there are so many dead people. There are dead people as far as the eye can see. Like, how many people were on the Earth 100 years ago? What? 5, 6 billion? Most of those people are dead. Most of those people are dead. And, that's another 70 times, 5.9 billion lives. Add that on to the total. Of course, as you go farther back, life expectancies decrease, but that's neither here nor there. I think about the smallness of my own human experience. I think about how, in relation to the vast amount of life that has been lived on this planet, how little life I have lived. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. Short of sleeping less, and if I sleep less, I die sooner, so it evens out. Or I pass out on the couch or something. There's nothing I can do about, that sort of smallness. Except, the old platitude of, oh, you just gotta live to your fullest as long as you can. Yes, I realize that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something fundamentally different. I'm talking about something much smaller than that. I'm talking about something that can't be changed. I will never know. There's a beautiful word. There's the word sonder. And you look out on the street and you have this realization that all the people out there have lives which you know nothing about. There is a fullness of experience out there that you can never be privy to. There is a fullness of life which I am completely ignorant of. And it's a sobering feeling. They call it sonder because I don't know what the etymology is. But it works. It sounds like what it is. I love when there are words like that. But there's nothing wrong with that. You can just be aware of, the smallness of your own life, and maybe you take comfort in it. Maybe you take comfort in the miracle of something. That's generally not how I think. My reaction is to stop thinking about these things. So my life is small. My life is hungry. My life has to go to bed. The act of living is enough for me, I think. The act of living is enough, and for most other people, I suspect it's enough as well. Whatever else is out there that I have no inkling of, whatever else is out there that I can never possibly experience, well, that's neither here nor there. And frankly, that's all right. I don't know what I would do if I had to experience all that. I would go insane. I would get bored. I'd just be watching the same thing over and over again. How many times would I have to learn elementary school arithmetic? Imagine if I could go back to elementary school knowing all that I know now. It would be ridiculous. Having to learn all of that 7 billion times. Goodness gracious. Of course, it would be different in different parts of the country, in different parts of the world, but I wouldn't know anything about that. I only know my own experience. And, I can't just extrapolate Midwestern education procedures to other parts of the world. They don't have library class. Who even knows?